Look, a 1996 916 gas tank. It's got a scratch right there. Hear that? It's about 1.5 inches long. As we move back, there's another right there. This bike had a rubber tank protector on it, I'm sure since new. I took it off very carefully. No damage to the paint underneath. It did leave sort of a ghosty black image. I'm guessing a professional detailer could get it out or make it better. As is, it is just barely there. Can't feel it with your hands, but it's there. Right behind the happy elephant here, there's just a little bubble in the paint. Yeah, but tank is pristine otherwise. Here's our paperwork. This is the sort of pre-delivery checklist, warranty information you would get from Ducati. There's a copy of the warranty. 2 original Cagiva keys. Good luck replacing one of those. There's a sales invoice from September 16th, 9/16/96. That would be awesome. No, it was April 6th, 1996. Someone named Bruce paid just about $17K out the door. Look at that owner's ID card. That's the toolkit. And I am 98% certain that toolkit had never been out of its little place in the tail section. It is absolutely pristine. I looked in there, the tools are fabulously mint. Owner's manual, I very carefully looked through it. I bet it had never been opened before. If this was a comic book, I'd give it a 9.5. This is inside the right side fairing. Looking good. This is inside the left side fairing. Wait for it. Dun dun dun. Can we have a moment of silence? Clearly this tab is broken off. It's supposed to look like this, but it does not. It is broken. I don't know how or when. It makes absolutely no difference when the fairing is on the bike, but there's no sugarcoating it. It's broken. I don't have the broken piece. It's gone forever. If anyone cares, for what it's worth, the upper left fairing is still available new from Ducati. $500 or $600. It comes the proper red color with the decals and the, don't look at this one, other things. Ooh, look at this bike. I always wondered whose idea it was at Ducati to paint glass with black paint. Obviously this is the headlight with the main fairing removed. You don't see these black parts when the fairing is on. Normally all this black paint is chipped off, missing, whatever. This bike does have one chip right there in the black paint around the headlight. It's pristine otherwise. I know what you're thinking. I pulled a fast one and restored the brake fluid, front brake fluid reservoir cap, which is not true. This is original. It has not flaked off and got all gross yet. I kid you not. Which is, that must be a testament to how this bike has been stored for the last 27 years, if my math is correct. Gauges all pristine, warning lights, etc. No one has ever touched these twiddlers. No fading on any of the switchgear. Original grips. Original bar end pieces. Here we have our infamous fixed levers that mean this is a 96, 95, or 94. For 97, they got the adjustable ones. Here's your ram air tubes where the air filters live. You take off 27,000 screws to get at the filters. These screws have never been touched. I looked in there. The air filters are in there. They're only 27 years old. These screws are a pain. They get all marked up when you take them off. Again, these have not been touched. If someone's going to ride this bike for real, I would get some other type of air filter, but these are original, never opened. Look at that. Original burpee tank. Has not exploded yet. This little rubber cover right here, which you do see, it pokes, it's right at the front of the gas tank when the gas tank's on. This is always cracked and broken and decaying. This one's still there. Throttle bodies are pristine, mint, whatever you want to say. Ooh, fuses. Look at all the pretty colors. Here's an immaculate battery area. I'm not fond of the battery that comes on these bikes. A great big Yuasa thing with the caps filled with fluid and drain tube so it can get acid everywhere. I have a feeling this bike, the majority of its life, has not had a battery in it. So I have a new one. There's a new battery, new Yuasa correct battery comes with the bike. As much as I hate it. I would recommend a different kind of battery, but again, the bike will come with a brand new Yuasa. I did put timing belts on it. There's some pictures in the gallery that you'll see. The original timing belts look like brand new. But I am going to fire it up for you in another video. And yeah, original timing belts come with the bike. Again, they look like brand new. What's this? Original voltage regulator. I mean, these are always gone by now. They've overheated, quit working, caught fire, etc. With this one, you can just see that darkness just barely beginning on that one of the forward red wire, just barely. This works for now. It's original. I don't know how much I'd want to ride the bike with it, but it does function. Which also means the charge light on the dash functions properly, which never works on one of these early ones because everyone has upgraded or changed to the later type of regulator. So this is original for now. It'll definitely win the cleanest oil cooler contest. You'll be in the running for cleanest valve cover. Oh, look. Apart from Japan. Probably never fail. Just pristine this bike is. Did I overfill it? Maybe a little. It's fine. An early 916 like this, a lot of people, they think this free play right here, see how it's kind of loose and floppy? That is correct. If you adjust that out of there, you run the risk of locking up the rear brake when you're just riding around. And the reason for this, the only return spring on an early one is the little itty bitty spring inside the master cylinder. There's no other spring out here. On the later ones, there's a great big spring that goes right there, big wound up thing, and it would just, twing, it would take all the free play out and keep the lever from activating the cylinder when you're just riding around. But the original ones, early ones, did not come with that spring. So they come from the factory with a ton of play in there. So if you have an early one and you have not converted to the later spring, leave this play in there. You'll be happier, trust me. Now I've got all the bolts out of the clutch cover. I want to show you how it looks in here. It is, I mean, look at that. I did not clean or wipe that down. That's exactly how it came apart. I was expecting dust to have been sprayed out in a pattern, but it has so little wear that there's almost no dust. And I'm positive that no one has ever opened that before. If you look at this basket, the tangs are just, I mean, might as well be new. You always want to look one of these, look back here like this. Look for this gap. When these fall over, this bracket bends into the exhaust and other things. Ooh, Ducati Racing. That means 97 or earlier. 97 seems to be about when it was cool till. It was cool until 97. These tires are cool. They're from 1996. Heck yeah. Safe, I'm sure. Of course, Italian word for rock. Another thing I like to do when checking one of these out is see how sloppy the shift linkage is and give this a little twirl. And this one's super tight because the behind joints are just, they're just fresh and crisp. It's pretty obvious that the turnbuckle has never been touched. With any Ducati from this era, you want to check these bolts. Actually on this one, the forward one, I got maybe a quarter turn, maybe an eighth turn, which I wasn't expecting. So I backed both of them out, cleaned everything, Loctited it. They are in there snug. As an early, as a 96, you know what that means. When you take the weight off the kickstand. Oh yeah. Most people hate that. I seem to like it for some reason. Over here, you want to also check for that gap. Everything's nice and straight. That is the original upper chain guard. I have a new one for the top and the bottom. They're known to crumble and get gross just from existing, so I have new ones going on. Look at this. Original plastic quick release fuel fittings that don't currently leak. Just leave it at that. Helmet lock cable thing still there. That's where the toolkit lives. Here's your ECU, never opened. Original exhaust. Here's the other flaw. You see this right there, and over here. That's when the license plate bracket is on, which I have. Someone used slightly too long screws on the license plate, and it made tiny little marks on the fender. This is the Airbox. Sadly, there's a crack right there. You see it? Again, this is something you do not see when it's on the bike. It's just unfortunate. Up here, again, an area totally hidden. It's a cracked area where it mounts to the frame. It's got this little broken part. Again, it mounts up fine. You do not see it. There's no performance difference. If anyone cares, you can still buy a new red Airbox from Ducati. It's about 500 bucks. All right, that's this 916 under the skin. Don't look at that braided clutch line. Don't look at that. I'll make another video where we fire the thing up and blah, blah, blah. Thanks a lot.